Right. Good evening, everyone. So we have waited enough. We need to continue, or we need to start rather. So, in our last class, we looked at types of cost, right? We looked at classification of cost by behavior, classification of cost by methods, and all that. So today we'll be looking at cost estimation, right? So we'll be looking at cost estimation today, or cost segregation, or cost separation, as some people may call it. So that's what we are looking at today. But before we continue, do we have any question from our last class? If there's any question, let's
No, sir.
all right, so let's continue. So basically we have two major types of cost segregation method or cost estimation method. Now, why do we need cost estimation? Why do we need cost separation? Now, in a given scenario, sometimes a fixed cost might not be provided separately from a variable cost, and we need this cost separated so that we'll be able to make our decision, right? So that we'll be able to make an informed decision. So we need this cost, we need them separated so that we'll be able to make informed decision, right? Because sometimes if you want to make your decision, you might not necessarily consider fixed cost, because fixed cost is always fixed, whether you produce 500,000 units or you produce 10,000 units, right? Or you produce 1 million units, fixed cost is always fixed. So sometimes it might not be necessary for your decision making, right? Sometimes it might not be necessary for your decision making, but you need to know the variable element of your total cost. With that, you'll be able to know, or you'll be able to make informed decision, right? So that is why we need to separate this cost, so that we'll be able to make an informed decision. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that we'll be able to make informed decision, we have to separate this cost. So the two major methods that we have, or techniques that we have in cost separation, we have the high and low method. We also have the least square regression method. Some people call it the chi-square, right? These are the two major cost segregation or cost separation method that we have, right? So today's class will be a bit practical, though we might not spend a long time here today, but I will try as much as I can to solve one question each on this cost estimation method, so that we'll go and practice it, digest it. If we have further questions, we can come back to ask. Is that okay by us?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I will share my screen very soon so that we can go into the practical session. Okay, let me open a blank Excel sheet so that we can hit. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, so we can, but not that clear.
Okay, is it clear now? I am showing an Excel sheet, a blank Excel sheet.
Yes, we can see the Excel sheet, but hardly we can see what is written
No,
on
I've
it.
not written anything on it.
Okay, okay, okay. I think we can see it now. I've zoomed.
All right. So we'll start with our high and low method, right? So let's start now. This method uses the highest activity level and lowest activity level, right? Mind you, I said highest activity level and lowest activity level. That is why it is called high and low. Sometimes the lowest activity level might have the highest cost, right? Sometimes the highest activity level might have the lowest cost, right? So what we are using is not the cost, we are using the activity level. Is someone still hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we are using is the activity level, not the cost, right? Though we'll use the cost because it's the cost we are separating, of course. But what we are using to determine the highest or the lowest is the activity level, right? So let's take for instance, we have a month, we have month, right? We have we have unit, then we have cost, right? Can you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay, let's say we have January, we have February, we have March, we have April, sorry, we have April, then we have May, right? Units produced, for each of the months. Let's say January we have 1,000, February we have 1,500, March we have 2,000, right? April we have 2,500, then May we have 3,000. From these activities, these units produced, who can tell us the highest activity here and the lowest activity here? Who can tell us that? Why I feel in the cost? I'm listening. If you want to talk, just unmute your mic and talk.
The highest activities in May, that is 3,000 units. And the lowest activities in January, that's 1,000 units.
It's 1,000 units. Yes, thank you. So, if you notice, we did not use the cost, right, to determine the highest activity level and the lowest activity level. But in this example here, the lowest activity level has the lowest cost, while the highest activity level has the highest cost, right? But it is not always like that. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So the first step in solving this, now if you notice this cost here, they did not tell us whether it is a fixed cost or variable cost. This is total cost, right? It is not variable. We have a variable element and we have fixed element. So the purpose of cost segregation or cost separation is for us to know the variable element and the fixed element, right? So that we know how to base our decision. Any problem with that?
Sorry, come again, sir.
Okay, I said the reason why we need to separate this cost is for us to know the variable element of the cost and the fixed element. Because if you see the cost here, we have just 40,000, 48,000, 55,000, 62,000 and 70,000. No percentage here to guide us which one is fixed and which one is variable, right? Any question on that?
No, no, sir.
All right, so let's continue. Now the first step here which we have done is to, let's say step one is to identify the lowest activity level and the highest activity level. Right, which we have done. So we have identified that the highest activity level is May, while the lowest activity level is January, right? Is that not what we have identified?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Please give me like 2 minutes. I need to attend to something urgently. Okay, so using high and low method now, the second step is to calculate, right? So we are going to calculate now using high and low method, and so we have identified the lowest level to be how much? To be 1000, right? Then the cost is 40,000,
Yeah.
right? Then the highest level
Yes.
is 3000, right? Then the cost is 70,000, right? So to separate the cost now, we have a so we have to deduct this lowest level from the highest activity level, right? Are we following? So if you subtract 1000 from 3000, you have 2000, right?
Of course, yes, sir.
So we have this this minus this, we have 2000, right? So we have 2000 activity level. Then the same way you separate you subtract 40,000 from 70,000, right? Then you have 3000. Sorry, you have 30,000, right? True or false?
That's true, sir.
Okay, we are still following, Abi. Are you still following?
Yes, sir.
All right. So,
Yeah,
for
we
us
are
to
together, sir.
for us to get our variable cost now, you have to divide this 30,000 by 2,000, right? Who will do that for us? So equals to this divided by this. So our variable cost is 15 naira per unit, right? Are we following? Did we follow up to this point?
Sir.
Eh?
Eh,
Did we follow up to this point? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello? Okay, if we followed up to this
No,
point
just say
now,
we are following.
okay, let's continue. So now we say our variable cost is 15 naira per unit, right? So when under our lowest activity lowest activity level we have 1,000 units, abi, and the total cost is 40,000. So to separate our the variable cost from the fixed cost, now we multiply this 15 naira. So we say variable cost, total variable cost. Yeah, total. So our VC is variable cost, right? Is equal to this multiplied by this, right? So our variable cost is 15,000. Our variable cost is 15,000, right? Under this lowest activity level. So our fixed cost, which is FC, is equal to this minus 15,000. So our fixed cost is 25,000. Right? Now, how do we know we are correct? How do we know we are correct? Let's do for the highest activity level. Right? So our variable cost for the highest activity level is equal to this, right? Multiplied by our 3,000. So our variable cost under the highest activity level is 45,000. So let's say our fixed cost now, our FC, will be equal to, right, 70,000 minus 45,000. It must give us 25,000, right? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
It must give us 25,000. That means the fixed cost is always the same. It's always fixed. Now we have gotten our variable cost per unit to be 15 naira. So in April we have 2,500 units, right? To get your variable cost in April, it should be 15 naira multiplied by 2,500. Anything you get, you divide, you subtract it from 62,000. The balance must be 25,000. That's how to use high and low method. Any question about this? Any questions so far about this?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, I was having a little bit of network challenge.
When
I
I did what?
apologize. I don't know. I wasn't. I said I was having some network challenge, so I couldn't follow up.
Where did you follow up to? Hello? Where did you follow up to?
Yes, I said after we got after we got our variable cost of 15 naira per
15
unit.
naira per unit, right? You stopped following, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me
Yes,
go
sir.
back. Now, what we did here, our variable cost per unit is 15,000. Is 15 naira, right? Are you following now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
it's 15 naira per unit. Now to get our total variable cost, you have to multiply this 15 naira by the number of units, right?
Okay.
So if you multiply this 15 naira by 1000 in January, right? Because we produce 1000 units in January, right? So if you
Yes, sir.
multiply the 15 naira by 1000, we have this 15,000. That's our total
Yes.
variable cost. Then to get your fixed cost,
Yes,
you
sir.
subtract this 15,000 from 40,000 naira cost. This is the total cost, right? So we subtract our 15,000 from the 40,000. You get your fixed cost to be
Yes, sir.
25,000. So what I said, or what we all agreed on, is that this fixed cost will be the same throughout this month. So for January, your fixed cost is 25,000. February, fixed cost is 25,000. March down to May, the same 25,000. If you calculate and you
Okay.
get another thing, another figure apart from 25,000, it means you are not correct,
Mm.
because fixed cost does not
All
change
right.
at this level. Fixed cost
Okay.
does not change. Maybe when we go further, we will see incremental fixed cost, but not at this level. So
Okay.
fixed cost at this level is
It's
always
all right.
fixed, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we said. I believe we all understand high and low method now. It's as simple as
Yes, sir.
this. High and low method is as simple as this. Any question on this before we go to our uh, linear regression, or chi-square, as some people may call it? Any question on this?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's continue. So let's continue. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's use this. Let's use this side of the Z. I believe it's not going to confuse us. Hello? Are we together?
Yes,
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So I will give the formula for this calculation, right? Please hold on for me. Okay. So here we have our formula to be, or our cost function formula, right? To be A plus bx, right? So our total cost is A plus bx, right? Where A is our fixed cost, B is our variable cost, why the X there is the activity level, right? Please, you
Come
can
up again with the question.
okay, you can note that down.
Are you, are you putting it on the Excel sheet,
No, no, no,
or you are just saying
I'm
it?
not putting it yet.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, so our cost, our total cost here. Okay, let me put this one. Our total cost. Our total cost is equal to A plus BX, right? This is the cost function. A plus BX, where A is equal to fixed cost. B is equal to variable cost. Variable cost, right? Then X is equal to activity level or production unit, right? Or production. So our total cost is A plus BX. Now, how do we calculate our A? How do we calculate our B? Right? They all have their own formula. So please put this down, because to look for this sign may take me some time and my battery is low. My laptop battery is low. Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir. We are together.
All right. So take it down. A, the formula for A is summation y minus b summation x all over n. Some people call it sigma. Sigma y minus b sigma x all over n. Are we writing it?
Yes, sir.
Say something.
Summation summation y minus b summation x all over 9 all over n, where n here is the number of
Summation y minus b.
minus b summation x all over n. That's the number of activities, or the number of months if the activities are given in months, or the number of years if they are given in years, right? Is that
Yes.
taken?
Yes.
Okay. Then our b is equal to n summation xy minus summation x summation y all over n summation x square minus summation x all square. Have we taken that down?
Yes.
All right. So this formula is what will guide us on what to on the variables to calculate, right? So let's use this. Let's use this question.
Okay.
Let's use this question. This example, we have a unit, right? We have units, we have cost. So unit, we have 1,000. The cost is 40,000, right? Unit here we have 2,000. The cost is 52,000, right? Unit here we have 3,000. Unit 4,000. Unit 5,000. Let's stop here. For 5,000 units we have 81,000, right? For 4,000 units we have 72,000 as cost. Then here we have 52,000. Sorry, we have 61,000. Right? So now from the formula, right? From our formula, we have our B to be summation of x times y. So here we should have our xy, right? That is okay. I'm coming, please. This one, let's put this to be, let's put this in bracket to be x, right? Let's put this in bracket to be y, right? So we need our xy here, xy, which is x multiplied by y, right? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. X, y, then we should have our x square here. X square. So
Okay.
take these two to be x square, though the sign is not correct, but take it to be x square, right? Now our
Yes, sir.
our xy here, right, is equal to
Yes, sir.
this multiply by this. Enter. This is our xy. So since I'm using a z, I will just drag down to copy the formula down. Okay, let me increase this cell. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
We are following, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So here we have equals to this raised to power 2, Abi. It's the same thing
Yes,
as
sir.
1,000 multiplied by 1,000, Abi.
Yes, sir.
Eh?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So we can say this multiplied by this. Enter. Right? So we
Yes, sir.
drag down to copy the formula. Can you see the calculation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are following, right? Now we have
Yes.
gotten our variables for B, because from the formula, right, we have summation of xy. This xy, the summation total,
Yes.
right here. So
Yes.
we say this, let's use ought equal to get this. This is the summation of xy, right?
Okay.
Then okay, sorry, this is the summation of y. Then this is the summation of x, ought equal to, enter. This is the summation of x, this is the summation of y. Now let's drag to get we are following, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we have our summation of x now, we have summation of y, we have summation of xy, and summation of x square, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now to get our b now, we have, okay, what the other thing we need is summation of x raised to power 2. Please get this, don't confuse it with this summation of x square. What this one is saying is this
Okay,
total here.
that is what that one is saying. Is this the 15,000
Yes, this
raised to power 2?
15,000 raised to power 2. You square this
Oh,
15,000. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Eh?
yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we say, okay, let's get our n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our n is 5, right? So we say is equal to 5 open bracket, right? Summation of xy open bracket this minus summation of oh, sorry,
Summation of what?
it's 5 open bracket is this one, right? This is the summation of xy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you close your bracket minus open bracket summation of x, close your bracket, open another one, summation of y. I pray this formula works, so right? Let me see if it will work. The formula. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay, let's take it. Let's no. Please, let's do it one after the other. Let's not do it together. Right? So we have okay. So first of all, let's do coming. You know, Excel is funny sometimes. First of all, let's do this. Open is equal to open bracket, or let's not open any bracket first. Summation of x multiplied by summation of y. Okay, you hit enter, right? So we can say it's equal to 6 open bracket this minus this, close your bracket, enter. Yes, so why is this thing giving me minus sign now? Okay, please, who is with calculator there that will help us quickly? I don't know what this is. Who can help us
Okay, I think
calculate? Eh?
I'm with calculator.
Okay, let's do it
I
manually
can still use
first
my
and
phone
see.
to calculate.
All right. So, you got the formula right?
Yeah, it says summation x.
No, n summation x y, right? So we can say equal to 5 multiplied by this, right? Enter.
Yes.
Okay, we have this. Then we can say equals to this times this. Enter, right? So we can now say equals to this minus this. This should not give me negative sign again. No. Okay, so we have this now, right? So let me color this one red, because this is what we are working with now. Are we following?
Yes.
Okay, then let's get the denominator. The denominator is equal to 5, right? 5 summation s square. This is our s square, abi? So 5 multiplied by this our s square. This. Enter. Then we have our summation x all square, right? So we can say equals to this, right? Multiplied by the same thing. Enter. So we can now say equals to this minus this. Enter. Let's color this also. Let's color it this color. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can now say our b now is equals to, right, this divided by this. Our b is 10.2, right?
Yes, sir.
So we have gotten our b, but we don't need only b, we need b and a, right? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can call this our b. Now our a, we know the formula already, right? Our a
Yes,
is
sir.
summation y minus b summation x all over n. So we can say is equal to our summation y is
Yes.
equal to this, right? Yeah, sorry, equal to this minus open bracket, right? This multiply by this, close your bracket, enter, right? But we are told that it is over n, so we can say this, yeah, my battery is about to go, equals to this divided by 5, enter. This is our a, right? Our fixed cost here is 30,600, while our variable cost is 10.2 per unit, right? Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's get our cost function now to be this, abi. We say our cost function is a plus bx, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can say equals to this plus, right, open bracket, this multiply by, right, this is our x, abi. Let's say 1000 units here. You close your bracket, enter. Wait, something is not right here. Something is not right. Okay, let me see. Equals to this multiplied by this, enter. 10,200. Something is not right here. Yeah,